Ladies and gentlemen, a lot of companies nowadays have learned from veganism that health and cost is actually taking a back seat. What people really care about nowadays is the environmental argument.
Insects may be on our menu.
Bugs for dinner.
Eating insects.
And just like the vegans, some new companies are claiming that we should stop eating animal protein and instead eat different sources of protein. It feels like deja vu or something. I can't speak for the environmental arguments. Well, not as much at least. However, while researching the subject, I did find a video from the creator Deer that goes a bit deeper into what I'm about to talk about today. If you would like a more broad and detailed presentation on the matter, I highly suggest you have a listen to it. It is a really well put video, and I will link it in the description. I have eaten dried bugs in the past as part of a friendly challenge. A bit repulsive, but I would not be opposed if someone wants to include them in their diets. However, I am not a fan of this push of substituting our protein sources with a cheaper alternative, and here is why. My research started a few weeks ago when I found this paper that discussed the possibilities of disease transmission from insects to humans and animals. It is a very easy read. I recommend it to anyone who is interested in this amazing topic. To sum up, it does not look good for the insects. Out of 300 farms, in 244, parasitical development forms were found, out of which 68% of the cases had identified parasites with pathogenic for insects only. That means this kind of parasites would not be found in other animal farms. Some defenders of eating the bugs claim that the parasites can also be found in animals that we already consume. However, this misses an important point. In the case of cows, pigs, chickens, goats, etc., we humans tend to eat the flesh of these animals, and some organs such as liver, heart, lungs, or brain. It is much less common. The consumption of the intestines or bladder, where most of the parasitic forms live due to the presence of excrement, which I believe no one really wants to consume. Diseases in big animals are also easier to identify, since these animals live longer, resulting in more time for the disease to manifest, as well as the sheer number of the insects making it impossible for a human to identify any parasites just on observation alone. In the case of insect consumption, you do not have really the luxury of choice. You eat the insect whole, and this includes its feces. Simply put, you cannot clean and examine billions of crickets or larvae. You have to hope that the automated process does a good job of cleaning them, drying them, packaging them without failure. My question really is, how are we going to make this more environmental friendly if these insects need a space that is humid, temperature controlled, disease free, and all these extra steps are going to be less costly for the environment than just having a cow in a pasture somewhere? It sounds unlikely. I was just going to leave the video here. After all, I think that the higher chance of parasitic infection from insects is already a pretty good reason. However, Deer also touches on a very interesting topic in regards to insect consumption and asthma. I am still investigating this subject, so if you viewers would like a part 2 regarding this topic, going a little bit more deep, I will go into it. But to sum up, it seems that an abundant component of insects is something called chitin. I've seen some people call it a protein, but it's actually a carbohydrate, almost similar to fiber, since our bodies cannot even digest it very well. Furthermore, the consumption of insects and this chitin seems to increase the number of food allergies, asthma-sensitive people, and may cause inflammatory responses. It is quite interesting to study this, so if you guys want a video about it, just let me know in the comments. I'll see you on the next one.